Chapter 22. I can't explain it, but I trust that Levi will keep my secret. Unlike Wendy, he rarely talks about other people. I know I should get it over with and tell her too. She's my best friend, and she shares every detail of her life with me. Like last night, she told me about the time she peed her pants waiting for a roller coaster. And it wasn't a story from when she was 5. It happened last year. I'd want to forget something like that, not admit it. The problem is she also tells me about everyone else. From her mom to the kids who repeated kindergarten. There's no controlling information once it's in Wendy's head. No vault, no lock and key. No secret combination. I'm also worried she might be hurt that I'm keeping something from her. Luckily, Wendy and I have plenty of other stuff to talk about, like the musical Wicked, her newest favorite, her birthday party, and global warming. She watched the video with a starving polar bear last weekend. The next day, she insisted on walking to school. She only made it about 3/4 of a mile, just to the next bus stop. It takes me 2 more visits to the pet hut to finish entering all of the data into the computer and collecting it for my own purposes. Levi and Wendy join me on Monday. They play with dogs while I stay in the office. Wednesday, I go alone to complete my work. The numbers are fascinating. I share them with Squarehead 314 and Numberlicious, but they aren't impressed. They say my sample of 242 dogs isn't large enough to make any definite conclusions. But it's not like I'm going to go to another animal shelter to collect more data. I don't visit the pet hut just for the numbers. I also like to see Pi. He still doesn't have a kennel to call his own, so I try to make his under-the-desk doghouse more comfortable. I bring him an old sweatshirt to sleep on. It's green and yellow, like the number 14 and 102, and too small for me. But while I'm working on the computer, he prefers to sleep on my lap, which is gross and adorable. I think our cougar care project is going great. If it were up to me, I'd even say we've done enough. Their adoption files are all digital and up to date. We can keep visiting the pet hut to enter any new paperwork and to check on Pi, but Wendy still wants to make a difference. On Thursday night, we have a group phone call to see how we can change the world. Our revised project plan is due tomorrow. Okay, guys, what are we going to do? Wendy asks, in charge as always. We need some good ideas. Like right now? Let's just have a bake sale, raise some money, and get it over with, Levi says. Do you bake? I lie back on my bed. No, think bigger, Wendy demands. A big bake sale, Levi says. Wendy groans. I'm so glad this isn't for a grade, or I'd kick your butt out of this group. I can imagine Levi smiling at his end. He likes to get Wendy upset, and he's good at it. Maybe we could have a bake sale for pets, I say. We make homemade dog treats and grow catnip. People who love animals will come to the sale. We'll raise funds and maybe get people to adopt another pet. Will you two give up on the bake sale? Wendy says. Besides, we can't raise money. They told us that on the first day. Lucy tells us what you've been working on. Levi says, I see you scribbling your ideas down. He doesn't say formula or equation or math. I guess he's trying to keep my secret. What's he talking about? Wendy's voice cracks. I can't tell whether she's hurt or mad. As I was entering the adoption information into the computers, I just noticed some interesting things, that's all. I tell her what I told Levi last weekend. Certain types of dogs take longer to get adopted. Pit bulls take 19 days to be adopted, while terriers take only 8. How did you figure that out? Wendy asks. It's not like it's hard, Levi says, covering for me. Even I can calculate an average. So what? How does this help us? Wendy says. That doesn't seem fair. I say. Maybe we could change those odds, Levi offers. My mom runs a marketing firm. People come to her to get more business and get more attention. Like she helps new restaurants get reviews and sends out coupons. The unpopular dogs need a publicist. I get the feeling that the idea didn't just pop into his head. So, what do you suggest? Wendy asks. The Pet Hut website is beyond pathetic, Levi says. We want to redesign their website. Wendy asks. I can imagine her lip curled in disgust. I want to get dogs adopted, he says. I log on my computer and go to the Pet Hut website. It has the basic information about adoption fees and shelter hours. There are few pictures and very out-of-date blog. The last post was 67 days ago. It's a success story about a poodle mix that was adopted and lives with the family. I click around some more. The site doesn't have any posts about animals waiting to be adopted. Lucy, Lucy, Wendy yells. Are you there? I'm here. Lucy, how long does it usually take to get adopted? Levi asks. The average wait time for all dogs is 12 days, not counting puppies. So the goal is to lower the number, and we do that by focusing on the dogs that take a super long time to get adopted, Wendy says. We'll put them on the website. We can write feature articles on them. We've done feature articles in language arts class. We had to write about a famous dead author. I'm not writing anything, Levi says. I'll take the pictures. That's a good idea, and I'll figure out which dogs need our help the most. I don't want to write either. This is awesome, guys. We're going to save those thousands of puppies. No puppies. They don't need help finding homes. According to my math, dogs under 6 months are adopted within 3 days. Fine, Wendy says. We're going to save thousands of dogs. Or 10, I say, trying to keep Wendy from expecting too much.